Our neighbors have been having pool parties at our pool while we are not home for years. A few years ago, my husband and I purchased a house with a pool. We're acquainted with most of our neighbors, but not close friends with any of them. They all seem nice. We just don't have much in common. Next door to the right is a family of 6, twin daughters who attend the local university, a high school-aged son, a young elementary school daughter, maybe first or second grade, and the parents. Normally, we open the pool in early May and leave it open until the end of October, but this year the weather was off. A very cool, wet May, followed by a sudden jump to over 100-degree temperatures in June. I'm also on a medication that makes it hard for me to tolerate heat and sun, and we've been helping 2 extended family members with serious health issues. Because of all this, we haven't opened the pool yet this year. We usually go to our family lake house during each of the 3 major holidays, but for Memorial Day, we stayed home due to flooding at the lake. Then, just yesterday, a family member was discharged from the hospital, and with the 4th of July falling on a Thursday, we decided to stay home to help. Several times in June, the little girl next door saw either my husband or me outside and asked when we were opening the pool. At first, we said, maybe later. Yesterday, I finally told her we probably just aren't opening it this year. She started crying. We've never invited neighbors over to use our pool, so I couldn't understand why she was so upset. Later, I spoke with the neighbor on the left. Apparently, our neighbors on the right have been having a small family pool party at our house every 4th of July while we're gone. They always cleaned up well, and because we have regular pool and yard maintenance, we never suspected anything when things were moved around in the yard. The neighbor on the left thought we had given them permission. In reality, we had only said they could retrieve balls or toys that landed in our yard. My husband had once shown their dad how to open the gate for that reason. We never gave permission to use the pool, especially when we weren't home. Now, my gadget-loving husband is going to install several new cameras around the exterior of the house, covering the gate and pool area. He's also planning a smart gate latch system with remote access for our yard and pool service workers. Fortunately, we have a friend who installs cameras and home automation systems. I'm definitely annoyed the neighbors have been using our pool without permission, but my husband is excited about the new gadgets. Now we're left wondering, do we confront the neighbors directly or wait and see if they say anything when they notice the new cameras? Update. 2 days later, I wasn't expecting this to blow up or for so many people to comment. We don't want to hurt anyone or alienate our neighbors. We just don't want people using our pool without permission. The liability alone is reason enough. To clarify, our backyard is fully fenced in with 2 gates. The back gate is double locked from the inside. The side gate, near the neighbor's house, has a double latch that requires reaching over the top and releasing 2 mechanisms to open it. It also has an auto-close feature. I personally can't open it from the outside. This setup was installed by the previous owner and has worked well for our service teams. We do have cameras, a doorbell cam and one over the garage that partially catches the side gate, but we avoided placing anything that might seem invasive to our neighbors. In fact, we shared the camera angle with them so they wouldn't worry about us recording their kids. Turns out, we were more respectful of their privacy than they were of ours. On the morning of Thursday, July 4th, I was loading things into my car to bring to my cousin who just got out of the hospital. The neighbor dad saw me and asked if we were getting a late start to the lake. I explained we were staying home this weekend to help family. He quickly wished me a happy 4th and went back home. I told my husband about the interaction before I left. When I got home, our friend Mike was there. He does security systems and gadgets, my husband's dream come true. They had a full plan for camera coverage and smart home upgrades. I agreed to almost everything. I think my husband padded the list knowing he'd have to cut a few items. Mike also suggested we check with our homeowner's insurance agent to see if the upgrades could earn us discounts. On Friday the 5th, our insurance agent Tom came by. Mike returned with a drone to find the best camera angles, mostly to show off, I suspect. While they were working, neighbors began coming outside to see what was going on. So my husband explained, we had reason to believe someone may have used our pool without permission while we were away. 2 different neighbors told us they had seen friends of the neighbors' children go into our backyard. One even asked the girls about it and was told we let them use the pool all the time. Tom advised we send a registered letter to formally rescind permission for anyone to enter our fenced backyard. Before Mike and Tom left, the neighbors on the right, aka pool party neighbors, came home. My husband spoke to them, with Mike and Tom as witnesses. He informed them that due to insurance reasons, we were officially rescinding permission for them, their family, or their guests to enter our backyard. A registered letter would follow. He never accused them outright, but said we had reason to believe someone had used the pool without permission. He suggested their older kids may be friends with whoever it was. He also told them we were upgrading the gate and adding cameras, but that none would point into their windows or yard. He said the changes were partly to help reduce insurance rates. The neighbors exchanged a few looks, but said they understood and appreciated the heads up. Hopefully, that ends the saga. If there are more updates, I'll share them.